Welcome back. So now let's go to the front pages of the social media, as we call it. What are you saying about some of the trends? And we're starting off this morning with the donation of the wife of the president to victims of Plateau clashes. Of course, you know that in the last year or two, there has been massacres recorded in Plateau State, killings here and there, and there's been a huge humanitarian situation in Plateau State. So the wife of the president has donated 1 billion naira to victims. So this has also got you talking, but let's have that soundbite and then we'll be back.
So I came in with me with a donation from the Renewed Hope Initiative, 1 billion. I don't have such money.
So this is the presentation to the state government. The SGS, please come up. The Chief of Staff, please come up also. This is a presentation by Her Excellency, the founder of the Renewed Hope Initiative, on behalf of the Renewed Hope Initiative, Plateau State. Inviting also distinguished Senator Simon Bakolalong, distinguished Senator Dachun Gang, Makonfwet, members of the House of Representatives, Dalio Pfom, Vincent Bulus, David Lalu. Once again, can we put a hand of appreciation to the Renewed Hope Initiative, please?
There you have it, that grand presentation of a check of 1 billion naira to the victims of the attacks in Plateau State by the wife of the president. So it was a grand occasion, pretty much. And of course, the wife of the president, Mrs. Remi Tinubu's philanthropy has not just been in, Plateau State, but in other states of the federation. So let's go to what you're saying about this. And we're starting with Olu Speed, who says, I thought they said office of the First Lady is not recognized by the Constitution. So which National Assembly appropriated all the billions the wife of the president has been donating all over the place? And you're right, the Constitution really does not recognize the office of the wife of the president or the First Lady, but we see time and again, active pet projects taking up by First Ladies, for which funds are also some sort of appropriated against what the Constitution said. I recall the pet project of the former wife of the president was future assured, and we saw quite a lot of donations here and there to women, to victims of one form of humanitarian situation or the other.
So true to what Kenny B said, this is by the Renewed Hope Initiative, and there's been lots of donations. So the question which you may want to ask is, where are the funds coming from? Is it from donations? Is it money appropriated? Because 1 billion naira to tuberculosis in the past time, there's been a lot of visits. So I think that's also the question. Where are the funds coming from? And Olu Speed is the next one. And you see the comment from Olu Speed saying, now they remember the Plateau people to donate. Killing has been going on for months, but when they heard the coalition, they started donating money up and down. Well, the timeline which you painted is a bit tricky because, the attack happened before the coalition announced, but you are attributing this to the coalition. But clearly, we must recognize the humanitarian situation in Plateau State. As much as there's a politics involved, there are people there who have lost their livelihoods, who have lost their homes, and most importantly, who have lost loved ones. So naturally, there is a huge humanitarian crisis in those communities affected. So we must also pay attention to them. Yes, speak to the politics, but ensure that those people are also not suffering as a result of what you may think is politicking or otherwise. What I would love to see really as well is empowering the community to better protect itself, right? So while the funds go to humanitarian situation, let funds also be dedicated to security. So these people are secure. They don't have to be crying endlessly as a result of these attacks. Let them be able to also protect themselves in that sense, or at least the government should better protect them. So that's what we must also invest in.
Absolutely. That is more important than anything. But the last person on this says, that's Tommy Pre says, as a private individual or on behalf of government, if it is government funds who approve the disbursement, it's a noble gesture, but it has to be done right. I think you well said. We don't know how the funding comes. There's no such thing as the office of the First Lady.
So it's the Renewed Hope Initiative, which you'd expect maybe gets donations. But those are the things we need to know.
Yeah, we just need clarity. It's not. It's a great thing to have the human. Because
time and again, when donations like this go to victims of a humanitarian situation or something of the sort, does it actually get to them, the effective management of the resources? And we could even talk about Mokwa in Niger State, where Mr. President has approved a certain amount of fund for the reconstruction of those homes. We must also go back and check up on, Mokwa to see if indeed those funds are being expended according to the directive given by Mr. President.
Fantastic. So we will continue to ask questions. So some of us, if we have our way, there should nothing be like office of the First Lady. we have a lot to deal with in terms of our funding. But we thank her for the kind gesture. We do appreciate, but the questions have to be asked. Let's go to some pictures of the former President Muhammadu Buhari, one of his aides, former President Buhari's aide, clarifying that he's not in ICU. If we could have that picture so that Nigerians could get to say, okay, this is Bashar Ahmed, not picture, I think is his tweets, so call it tweets, posts on X. So you can read it, it's a long one as far as his position is concerned. In the light of the recent media reports suggesting that former President Buhari is critically ill and has been admitted in intensive care, we find it necessary to set the record straight. It is true that former President Buhari is unwell and is currently receiving medical attention. However, contrary to exaggerated claims circulating in the media, he is stable and responding well to treatment, and we are optimistic about his full recovery. We appreciate the outpouring of prayers and goodwill from his supporters and well-wishers around the world. We'll continue to pray for his complete and speedy recovery. Thank you. So that brings a bit of closure to the state of health of the president. So, fact, former president, I should say, he's been having health challenges, but he's responding, and quick recovery is a prayers for him. But let's just take one or two. Akon Simon says, wishing him quick recovery and total healing from the Lord Almighty. Amen. Okay.
And more good wishes from others. Good news says, I wish Baba quick recovery. God will give him good health so that he can continue to witness the house APC he and Jagaban built to continue to blossom in the affairs of Nigeria. Well, sarcasm had to be included in that. Well, thank you for giving us the opportunity to chuckle. But more importantly, we wish our former president quick recovery.
Yes, he's a human being. He has to recover.
Yeah.
All right, we'll take a quick break. When we come back, we'll get to that coalition conversation that we held up for a moment. We'll be right back.